Wait. Oh, you don't know. On time and quiet. Good work. Apparently you're just not going to have class the last day of this month. Or you're busy doing whatever you want. Okay, really quickly, we're going to take care of some business. So, your signed contracts. Please make sure there's a check by one of the video things. These are the ones I have already. Izzy, Sophia, Caleb, Angela, Daisy, Gao, Noah, sorry, I'm having a hard time reading your signatures, Isaac, and Crystal. If you have it today, I will come get it from you, please. Maddie, Ellie, Bree, yes.
So, I did this, but if I asked my mom about the video thing, she said I could be in the videos, but she didn't have to check the box.
Okay, well, if you promised that she said you could, you can check the box, and then you can take it up with her if she has problems later. All right, Carter's, Bishop's. Rita, Chloe. That's the top one that says yes. I only want the second page, please. Thanks, sir. Trey's, Peyton's. James, do I have yours? No. Okay, write it in your planner. Anyone else's I'm missing? Max. Write it in your planner. If I don't get it by Tuesday, it's 0. Max squared. I think I have everyone else's. All right, awesome. I need one of my passive people to pass out your, who's faster, sorry, your tests from yesterday. Overall, we did an awesome job. One thing I did want to point out while Trey passes those out to everybody is when I am asking you to write down either what I say or what is written on the screen, don't add in details that aren't there. Chloe?
I was gone yesterday, so what do I do now?
You'll have to make that up. And the listening one, I can actually put a video up in Google Classroom for you because I videotaped your listening, your whole thing yesterday. And then the reading one, we can do that during the reading and writing during resource today. So if the reading and the screen says that our class doesn't like Sundays, you should not try to add in why unless it says why. Okay, so just be careful about that. This is not an opportunity for you to just like throw in extra entertaining details. Okay, but when maybe there are some activities where we will be able to throw in, so don't put this in your Spanish folder. These graded papers go home. Yeah, they don't stay here. Don't put them in your Spanish folder. Take them home. The Spanish folders will not be houses of clutter. They will stay organized because I don't want papers exploding in the back of my classroom. You will have your notebook in there. You will have your participation chart in there. And any important handouts I give you can live in there. Otherwise, nothing else goes in your Spanish folder. All right, then take a moment to clear everything off of your space. With your voices off. Here's our plan for today. We are going to talk about my expectations during reading time. We are going to practice getting our books, finding a spot, and putting our books away. And then we are going to make a new calendar because our other one was full. And I have 3 weeks on it this time. I could probably fit 4, but I didn't want to push it. And then we are going to, I'm going to have you guys draw again a little bit today, and we're going to talk about those things. So, Nisha's still gone? Okay. All right. The water bottle will go away. It's a distraction. Okay. We talked about this last year, but I want to make sure you are clear on understanding the expectations during reading time. So I am grading you. If you can't read it, that's okay. I'll read it to you. I'm not grading you on what you choose to read. or whether or not you understand it necessarily. Okay, I'm not going to make you do book reports. I'm not going to make you fill out a log, any of those things, because I want this time to be as enjoyable as it can be for you. But I will grade you on your habits of being a strong reader. Okay, so we're just going to quickly review those expectations. First category is selects good fit books. So if you would like an A in this category, you're going to pick books that are interesting and easy to understand. Okay, so what does that mean you're able to do when you're going over there and grabbing books? What should you do? What are some things you did last year that helped you be successful in that area? Max?
Quietly go
We're only on selecting good fit books. We'll talk about the quietly part in a minute. Jaylee, close the door, please. Noah?
Look at the star chart.
Okay, so use the stars to help you. So the yellow stars are the easiest, the green are next after that, the blue are next after that, and the purple are the hardest ones I have. I don't have all of them starred, sorry, I got lazy. Other tips? Caleb?
Well, look for a book that looks interesting.
Okay, so look for one that either looks interesting or the summary sounds interesting. Izzy?
If you already start reading the book and you find yourself using the glossary a lot, you should probably not read it.
Yeah, if you're having to look back at the glossary like every other word, it's probably too hard for right now. That doesn't mean you can't read it in a month or two. It just means right now maybe you should switch to something else. Carter?
Grab a few books, so if you don't, say you're all the way over there, and you don't like this one, and you only have one, you have to walk all the way over there.
Yes.
Pick another book, walk back, and maybe do that 4 or 5 other times.
Yes. Please take multiple things with you, especially if you're not sure if you're going to finish a book or you're not sure you're going to like a book. Okay, take 2 or 3 or 4 different reading things to your spot with you. Okay, so as long as you're doing this, you'll get a 100% in that category. Okay, if you need my help from time to time, you might get marked down once or twice. Okay, usually I give you one freebie and trying to help you out. Sometimes I just look at you and I can tell you're bored by the book you've chosen, and I might just grab a book and give you a new one and say, hey, try this one. I'm not going to mark you down for that. Okay, because if you're trying to read your book and trying to see if it's interesting, there's nothing you did wrong. I just might have a better idea for you. Okay, but if I'm consistently having to help you, or you're not picking books on your own, you're going to be getting low scores in that grade area. The next one is reading stamina. So this means you are lost in the book, not literally, not looking around or flipping through pages. You are prepared to begin on time, and you read for the entire, it might be 10 minutes, it might be 5 minutes, it might be 7 minutes. However long, you read the entire time. Any tips that you guys can think of for this one? Noah?
Again, grab a couple books.
Yep, grab a couple things, because if you're bored by one thing after 3 or 4 minutes, you have other options to pick up for the rest of the time and try to read. Any other tips? Noah?
You should probably, and if you're picking other books, like if you want to pick the short stories, grab a couple of those, because usually we can read through those in like 2 minutes.
Yes, so if you're picking something that is shorter, make sure you grab a few of them, because otherwise you'll be stuck rereading the same story 5 times over again during that reading time. Because if I come over to you and I'm like, hey, it doesn't look like you're reading. You're like, I already finished it. I'm going to say, well, too bad. You can reread it again and again until time is up. Caleb?
Even if you forget to grab another book and you're done with it, just look in it, like act like you're reading.
Well, yeah, but that's not going to help you with Spanish if you fake it. So what should you actually do if you finish your book instead of like just faking it? Ellie?
Walk over there and go.
No, because then you're going to lose points here. Although that might be worth it to lose 1 point in order to not be bored, especially if there's a lot of time left. Yeah, reread it. Start it over again or open up to a random page and see if you remember. Salud.
Thank you.
Clase, 1, 2, 3.
Salud. Okay. We're awake now. Yes, so reread it, open up to a new page, reread a random chapter. I don't care. Read through the glossary if you want. See if you can learn some new words. Go for it, okay? But you should be reading and looking at it. And then the last section that you're graded on is your focus on reading. So you stay in your selected reading spot. So during this reading time, you can go anywhere you want, either in your... You're not going to sit in the pile of cords.
I know.
I'm sorry. Either in your desk or another spot around the room. You may not invade the area behind my desk, and you may not invade the area behind Mrs. Oli's desk, but you can sit against the wall, you can sit under your desk, you can sit up against the wall up here. If you want to buy your reading spot, I know I don't have under the table anymore, I'm sorry, I'm using that space, but if you want to like use a stool or something, that is an option to buy. I think I put it on there, to buy your reading spot on the Clipper Cash menu. If not, I'll add it to the list. Here it is, it on there, on the second half. Okay, so I will add that you can choose your reading spot for the week on there also. So if you want to sit in a stool.
Oh, yeah. It's right there.
Thanks, Dana. Noah?
Could we have like where we can like pay you $20 for the cash to sit in your spin chair?
No. Because I have back problems, and if my chair gets ruined for any reason, it would be a really, really big problem. Yeah.
I'm sorry that you have that problem.
So you stay in your spot. So once you are in your spot, you stay there, unless obviously your nose explodes or there's an emergency. But you are not, this is not the time to go to the bathroom during reading time. Okay? So if you need to use the restroom, come in and ask me immediately or wait till a more appropriate time in class. Okay? Reading time, not the time. Right when we finish reading, right before we get into everything else, sure. Okay? Unless there's an emergency, of course, then we'll make exceptions for that. And you read silently with focus on your book. If you fidget, it is in a non...
Greetings, Lake Country Academy. Today is Thursday, September 12th. It's time for your morning announcements. As you probably know by now, School Carnival's coming up Saturday, September 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. There will be games, prizes, food, and ice cream, and it's free. Chess registration, you need to get those forms to Mrs. Smith. She has them on that desk in the hall. Room 213 is where she's located. If your parents didn't get the email, she can get them on the email list too. So chess club is coming, so hopefully you can get registered. Birthdays. Today we have Yara Benitez, Claire Gahagan, Eli Ramos, and Grayson Nevins. On Saturday, Brady Hitman. Sunday, Axton Hewitt, Owen Smith, Landon Wakefield, and Piper Whitty. Also celebrating a birthday this weekend, Mr. Christensen. Happy birthday, everybody. Mrs. Holcomb's fact of the day. Cooperation on a team might be called teamwork. Why is teamwork important? The ability to work together towards a common goal is an essential part of team sports. Participation in team sports always allows kids to make lasting friendships, develop communication skills, feel a sense of community, and learn to respect their teammates and coaches. Mr. Schoenauer's wisdom for the day. If you're too open-minded, your brains will fall out. Okay. Also, I have a note here. Somebody wanted to update Mr. Schoenauer's wisdom. They want to say Mr. Schoenauer, Cinderella's shoes fell off because she was dancing all night at the royal ball, and her feet became really kind of sweaty. So when she went to run, because midnight was coming, her shoes just slipped off. Okay? So just keep that in mind, Mr. Schoenauer. Our core virtue quote of the day. The achievements of an organization are the results of the combined effort of each individual. That's from Vince Lombardi. Have a great day, LCA.
All right, so going back to this. If you fidget, it is in a non-disruptive way that improves your concentration. I'm someone who moves my foot a lot. Like I'll sit here, and you might see me if you see my foot shaking. That helps me focus, okay? But it's not really making noise. It's not distracting anyone else. So if you're like playing with your hair while you read, as long as you're focused and not distracting anyone else, that's fine. Okay, if you're moving and things, as long as you're not distracting yourself or anyone else, it's fine. Okay, and so there's some examples there. No, you can't just bring in fidget toy cuz. Okay, but if that's something that you need and we would know that, then that is fine. Any questions about our rubric here on how you're going to be graded during reading time? And you will not receive one of these unless you lost points. So if you get a 100%, you'll never hear anything from me. But if you get one of these on your desk, that means you lost points, and I'll have the grade on there and a comment, or I'll have circles marked on why you lost points. Questions? Going once? Going twice? Caleb,
Wouldn't that be easier to get 100% though?
Yeah. I want you to get 100% every single time. Okay, wonderful. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one little practice because I removed and changed all of the reading materials. Okay, really quickly, these books here are off limits. Okay, these are class sets of books. Like if we were to read a whole novel together as a whole group, that's what we would use. You may not take these. Okay, so this shelf and around is your area of reading materials. You be careful when you are taking your little books that you guys made last year. There's multiple copies in each section, okay? And they don't always fit the best when you put them back, so take care to slide it in. If something seems too full, then put it in a different one. But please notice that these bottom four, I have ones that are not made by you guys. They were made by classes or that I put together. Okay, so leave those bottom ones open for like the fork and knife and the crazy zoo and all that kind of thing. So try to take note of where you take something from. Eventually I'd like to add like sticky notes or labels on the bookshelves, but I'm going to get more books in like 2 weeks, so I'm going to wait till after I get those before I put any labels on. So try to remember where you found it, please. Yes, Noah?
Are they new books that you're reading?
Yes. Yes. All right, so even if you're not sure which item you're going to start with today, okay, we're going to practice. In a minute, calm yourselves. You're like jumping out of your chair. I can't handle it. Okay, we're going to practice getting up, walking over, quickly grabbing one or two things, finding a spot either in your desk or around the classroom, sitting down, getting quiet, and then we're going to put everything away, and then we're going to start class today because there's not time to actually read. We'll start next week. I told you we'd start next week. I know, I'm sorry. All right, go ahead and grab your reading materials. And no one can sit on stools because no one paid for them.
Why are people this way?
Whoa, okay, go sit back down. We're going to try that again. We're going to redo it appropriately until, put it away. Sit back down. This is really good. This video, lots of teachers are going to learn what their class should not do from it. You cannot run each other over on the way to get a book. You'll get a chance to read the book, even if it's not your first choice, eventually this year. Okay? So if someone takes the book you want, do not fight with them over it, especially because none of these are your property. And if you ruin them, you'll have to buy new copies. Okay? Even if they're the ones that you made. Still not your page protectors or your paper. Be kind, respectful to each other and the items. And you need to be silently getting your items and finding a spot. Let's try it again. Oh, go back. There's lots of talking. Go back. Put it back, Trey. Sorry. Good attempt. You almost had it. Guys. Without talking. Even if you're still waiting here. Shh. I'll be like Mark. Shh. I know. I don't care. On your participation chart today, you will need 2 marks. I'm going to those down. Okay. Without talking. Let's try it again. 3rd time's the charm. In control of your bodies. Noah, you can go back to your spot and try walking again. Because you almost ran and shoved past people. Finding the spot that you're going to choose to read, whether it's in your desk or sitting on the floor, against the wall, under your desk. Without talking. And making weird noises. Max, shirt, please. Without talking. You may not ruin the calendar there. All right, so you need to be in your spots and be ace. Nueve, Ocho. In your desk. Oh, that is your desk. Goodness gracious. In your desk or somewhere else. Siete. Seis. Cinco. Cuatro. Tres. Dos. Uno. Izzy, you should get a book next time. You can look at it if you want to. I'm going to give you a minute to see how this time feels and see if you're in a good spot where you're not going to be making noise and distracting yourself or other people. We're practicing today. All right, please close your reading items. You get to read for real next week, okay? When you put them away, please put them away appropriately, neatly, and try to remember to put them where you found them. And then go back to your spots and be quiet. Go. Ow. Please keep your shoes quiet as well. There's no reason you need to be talking as you're putting your books back, unless you are quietly helping someone find where their book came from. Stop squeaking your shoes. Who's my personal secretary?
James.
James, will you take a peek at the library to see how we did? Noah?
I think we should have a librarian.
That's part of the personal secretary job. I'll wait for his report. You guys better hope we did your jobs.
We probably did it.
I didn't have to give you permission to talk. Yeah, the whole body's just making noise over there, man. How's it looking so far, James?
I'm gonna do nothing's out of place right now.
Okay. And how about the books that you all wrote last year? Anything looking a mess there? Is there a whole empty slot?
Yeah, right
You guys.
there. That was busy.
No. So the fork and knife one should be down. And you guys, there's a whole empty slot here. That means a bunch of you probably shoved books in spots that they didn't need to be in. So if they seem too full, spread them out. Okay? All right. Thanks, James. You can head back to your spot. It's good enough for now. All right. Español. Miren el calendario. El mes. ¿Es agosto o septiembre?
Septiembre.
Yo escribo septiembre en qué color? ¿Anaranjado, sí o no?
No.
Sí.
¿Azul?
No.
¿Morado?
No.
¿Azul?
No.
¿Verde?
No.
¿Café?
No.
¿Anaranjado?
Sí.
¿Café?
No.
Vamos a votar con manos. Anaranjado. Café. Okay, anaranjado. Septiembre. S A T I A M B R A. Salud.
Clap it. 1, 2, 3.
primer día en el calendario español es domingo o lunes?
Lunes.
Sí, lunes,
Martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo.
gracias. ¿Qué día es hoy?
Hoy.
¿Qué día es hoy?
Hoy.
Ursham?
Wait.
Jueves. Jueves el 11 o 12?
12.
El 12 de septiembre. Ayer fue el 11, martes el
10.
lunes el
9.
mañana será el
13.
sábado
14.
domingo
15.
perfecto. Ok, hoy
Hoy.
no es el 13, lo siento. Es un día especial. Yo no sé. Ellie? Oh, una fiesta con amigas. Fiesta con amigas. James? Sí, es el cumpleaños. Es un pastel. No es un sombrero. Es un pastel. Claire. Trey? ¿Fútbol o fútbol americano? Okay, Daisy?
It's my cousin Eli's birthday today.
El cumpleaños de tu primo. Eli.
Ramos.
Oh, clase. Eli, en la clase de 8B, es el primo de Daisy. Es su primo. Oh, es el cumpleaños de Eli. Jada? Oh, clase. Eli es el primo de Jada también. Wow. Sofía?
Es el fin de semana.
Oh, sí. Mañana no hay escuela. Mañana es un día especial.
Sí.
No hay escuela, sí. Pero otras cosas, ¿qué más? Carter? La luna grande. Llena. I don't know the right phrase for that. Es la luna. Caleb?
La escuela
No hay la escuela.
for la profesor.
Oh, sí. Yo tengo la escuela. Los profesores. Me toca a mí. No te toca a ti. Los profesores van a Waikura mañana. Estoy nerviosa. Ellie?
Well, tomorrow's Friday the 13th.
Sí, es viernes el 13. ¿Sábado es un día especial? ¿No? Sí, sábado. Un partido de fútbol americano. Ellie?
Well, at our campground or whatever, on Sunday, Saturday, there's this like party thing, but it's like raffle.
Otra fiesta. Clase. Miren a Ellie. Ellie tiene muchas fiestas. Tu vida, your life, tu vida, es una celebración. Es una fiesta. Domingo es un día especial. Mary?
Church.
La iglesia. Carter? Carter Tiene, partido, oh no. Un partido de, oh no. De fútbol. Sí, está bien. Oh, gracias, gracias. Oh. Me toca a mí. No.
Packers play the Vikings.
Vikings. Un partido de fútbol americano.
I dare you to say that.
My mom loves
Caleb?
last day of the weekend.
El fin del fin de la semana. Sí, ok. Ayer fue un día especial. ¿Verdad?
James's cumpleaños.
Sí, fue el cumpleaños de Jeff, Greg, Jaime, Santiago, James. No, es todo. No hay más espacio. Martes fue un día especial. ¿Qué pasó? No. No. Sí. James tiene muchos nombres porque James es muy importante. Es verdad, Ellie. James. Ellie dijo, no, James no es importante. James está enojado. Lucha, lucha, lucha. No. Martes. ¿Fue un día especial, Caleb?
My brother's birthday.
¿El cumpleaños de Jacob?
Yeah. What's his number 11?
¿Algo más? Martes? Noah? Lunes, el 9. Ellie?
That's when I decided to retire from gym class.
Okay, Ellie no va a educación física. Nada más. ¿Por qué?
Well, we
Ah.
need football, so.
Okay, gracias. Caleb?
First day of the week.
Sí, fue la primera día de la semana. Gracias. Caleb. Cálmate. Noah? Una reunión de muchachos, líderes. ¿Es todo para la semana? Peyton?
I have one.
Sí.
First day of rush on miércoles.
Miércoles, primer día de... No hay espacio. Primer día de rush. Daisy?
What's that they called?
Miércoles?
Can you spell that one?
Ayer, yesterday?
Yeah. 9/11.
Sí. El 11 de septiembre. Bishop?
It's Mr. C's birthday.
Ayer?
Oh.
¿Qué día?
One of
¿Sábado?
those 3
¿Domingo?
days. Because Mr. D said that.
Sí, ¿qué día?
Saturday,
know.
I'm guessing.
¿Qué día?
Saturday.
Saturday.
¿Vale?
Yeah. It is.
Most people.
¿El cumpleaños? Oops. De señor say. Okay. I'm gonna ask you some questions about what we just talked about. ¿Qué día fue el cumpleaños de Jeff, Greg, Jaime, Santiago, James? ¿Qué día? ¿Martes o miércoles? ¿Casi?
Miércoles.
Perfecto. ¿Cuántos? 1, 2, 3, 4. ¿Cuántos días libres, free, hay este fin de semana? 2 días normales o 3 días? 3 días. Viernes, sábado y domingo. Trey? No, Noah. Caleb. Noah y Caleb. ¿Tienen un partido de fútbol americano o fútbol el sábado?
Fútbol americano.
Partido de fútbol. ¿No?
Me. Huh?
Carter.
No, but
Carter y Peyton.
yeah.
El mismo equipo.
Yeah.
Same team. Clase. Carter y Peyton juegan fútbol juntos. Carter y Peyton tienen un partido de fútbol o fútbol americano.
Fútbol.
Sí. Sí, fútbol en español. Gracias. La señorita Leopard está nerviosa porque va a McDonald's o Camp Waikota. Caleb, no. Yo estoy nerviosa porque mañana vamos a Camp Waikota. Okay. Please get out your notebooks. With salud. Salud. You're going to write along with me today, but here's how this is going to work. Do the best you can, read. Oh wait, no, you're fine, right? Oh, are you left-handed normally? Aww. On the first page, or the second page if you put your reading list on the first page, the first free page, we are going to write a sentence together, and then I'm going to pause and let you copy it. Okay? So please do not write while I am writing. You can set up your paper like I do and all of that, but once we start, I will give you time after I finish a sentence to write it down. Now, do you have time to write it all perfectly, beautifully, neat, and wonderful? No. No, don't waste our time. I remember when Crystal was a second grader, and she took 40 years to write one word.
Oh,
down.
man.
Oh, what?
I did. Because she wanted to make,
She is.
I'm sorry, because she wanted to make her writing look perfect. We don't have time for that.
Still.
Here we go. La clase de 7A o B. 7B. You don't need to write that down because hopefully you know that. I do this so I can organize my papers. Hoy, gracias. Es el 11 o 12.
12.
Es el 12 de septiembre 2019. Oh no, it's not December. Is he?
You put the month before the day.
It's not the night either.
Put the day before the.
That's what, yeah, that.
Put the day before the month. Día, mes, año, day, month, year. Okay, título. Ideas? Caleb?
Mucho birthdays.
Muchos cumpleaños. Carter?
El calendario dos.
El calendario dos. Maddie?
I don't know how to tell this. El calendario cramp.
Oh. El calendario ocupado. Busy. El calendario ocupado. Oh. El calendario ocupado. ¿Qué piensas? What do you think, Caleb?
The calendar overflowed.
What word does this look like in English? Occupied, which means you're, if you're occupied with something, it means you're
Busy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. We are going to write in a paragraph today instead of a list of sentences. Okay, your pencils are down until I finish the sentence. Then you can write. En la clase.
Oh, yeah.
En la clase de 7B. Esta semana es muy ocupada. Okay, right. See,
Do you have to write it like usually by skipping lines?
you don't need to skip lines in your notebook. Cinco, cuatro, tres, dos, uno. And sit down. Hay ¿cuántos cumpleaños? Dos cumpleaños, cuatro cumpleaños, seis cumpleaños, ¿cuántos? Rishabh?
Cuatro.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro,
Cinco.
cinco. Hay cinco cumpleaños. No escriben. Free está bien. Hay cinco cumpleaños y muchos eventos especiales. Okay, right. Cinco, cuatro, tres, dos. It was only your class that did that last year. Uno. Pencil down. Cheaters, feet are pumpkin eaters. La cosa, the thing. La cosa más importante. Es salud.
Clase. Uno, dos, tres.
Salud. La cosa más importante es que no hay escuela. Por dos o tres.
Tres.
Por 3 días. Punto. Punto. O exclamación. Gracias, señor Jaime Santiago, Judge Greg James. Yo soy muy inteligente. Es verdad.
Should we write?
Sí. Oh no. Sing one. Quattro. Tracy. Dos. Uno. We're going to read through this. Your pencils need to be down. It's okay if you didn't finish because it will be uploaded into Google Classroom for you in the next 10 minutes. Here we go. Reading in English together on the words that I point to. Uno, dos, tres.
Title. The calendar occupied.
Or
busy. In the class of 7B is.
Okay, so this, Esta, means this. Start with this. Here we go.
This day.
Semana is a week. We're going to start with this again. Here we go.
This week is very
Let's say
occupied.
busy. Let's say busy. Here we go.
There are.
Ah, some of you noticed that. So remember, I means there is or there are, but in this case it makes sense to say there are. Start with that.
There are 5 birthdays and many events specials. The house.
That's not a house. The thing. Here we start with the.
The thing most important is that no, there is school for 3 days.
Ooh, there we go. Alright, here's what I need from you. I need you to close your notebooks, put your notebooks in your folders, take out your participation and your interpersonal communication rubric with your voices off. And I need you to make any changes for this week. Remember, you're taking into consideration all 3 days. And then please bring it up to me when you are finished with it. And then you can get yourself packed up. And if you're one of my passer people, you can collect. No one. You can bring that up to me. We can talk about that when you come up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there a line?
Yeah.